Well, the reason I'm doing a video about No Hard Feelings is because it's a good step in the right direction for comedy, for hard R comedies. They've been gone for so long because of PC culture. I mean, it's been like 10 years since we've had a raunchy mainstream comedy.
Hey.
Holy shit.
And I wouldn't even consider this a raunchy comedy. It has crude moments, but I wouldn't designate the entire film as raunchy because it doesn't do enough and make it a part of the storyline to justify being called that. Obviously Jennifer Lawrence is always good, even though I have quite a couple reservations with her personality in real life and some of the things that she's said.
What's with the questions? Can't we just get drunk and have fun?
She's trashed her family in Kentucky. She's trashed her own films. You're not really getting on people's good side when you trash films that people have an affinity toward, even though when she was promoting them, she praised them.
Yeah, I've always loved sci-fi. It's one of my favorite genres.
That's bullshit. It's all part of your image. I don't believe a word of it.
Okay, you're not just acting on screen, you're acting during promotions and in real life. I'm just a normal person. That being said, I still will say that her ability to act is always solid. She never phones in performances. She's always top notch. And I'll give that to her, of course. And she's really good in this film. She bears it all. People saying that, oh, she does full frontal. Okay, that's just a marketing scheme because she's already done that in Red Sparrow, right? You're just milking it for all it's worth.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
No, she looks great in the film. Yeah, she looks great. Andrew Feldman playing Percy is Michael Cera-esque, but to a more realistic, likable degree. It's nice to see Broderick back in a comedy again, particularly with a bad wig.
Looked like you died and your hair kept growing.
In terms of the storyline, let's get into the storyline a little bit. The movie's about Jennifer Lawrence needing a car, and affluent parents, they offer to give her the car in exchange for her dating their awkward son. Now, that's the thing with the son, the character of Percy. He's not that awkward. I don't think they made him awkward enough to make it more of an arc. I've been in situations that were more awkward than what Percy gets into. I think they could have explored way more of awkward situations that showcased it. Maybe at one point, Jennifer Lawrence encourages him to go talk to another girl, right? Or some kind of other scenario like that to get out of his comfort zone. It was always about her trying to sleep with him. There was always that tension of, will they have sex? Will they not? Will they? Sure, keep that, right? Keep that, but you can do more than that. It's interesting how you could have done it both ways where she does sleep with him. Maybe there is a connection. Maybe there is a relationship that starts to bloom from this. You could have had a version where they got into a relationship. She's 10 years older than he is. But you know what? Okay, this is actually something I wanted to mention. Before this film was released, there was criticism about Jennifer Lawrence's character being a lot older than Percy.
This entire movie revolves around an older woman preying upon and literally trying to screw a 19-year-old boy. Does anybody see a problem with that?
No. The dude is 19 years old, okay? He's of age, it's fine. He's well aware of what's going on. He's able to consent.
I would love to watch this movie and enjoy her work, but objectively, this is weird.
You want to say like the conservative media and blah, blah, blah. Maybe they were playing into that shit and it was dumb. I think it was stupid to criticize the movie before. That is a huge problem that I have with people, these media pundits and people commenting in a way that makes it seem like they saw the film, but they're already making a conclusion based on pure speculation and just of their own bias. You don't do that. You don't have an opinion about something, a product, a movie, etc., unless you've tried it / seen it. You just come across ignorant. Stop doing that, please, guys. You can say what ifs. You can say, I have a feeling about this, but I could be wrong. You have to be open to being wrong, guys. And this, yeah, the criticism of this movie being a predatory movie and all that stuff, it's crap. It's dumb. It's just press. What would be the difference between an older man dating a 19-year-old young woman? would be that, okay, so it's a little bit off balance because a man can be more domineering. He can take advantage of a situation. Women are more impressionable. You could still pull it off if you wanted to reverse the situations. You could make that a part of the comedy. That's the point of comedy. It's supposed to be controversial. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable, then make you laugh. That's the whole point. Yeah. They also could have brought up the raunchiness. I mean, again, this film is not that raunchy. There are two moments that I would consider raunchy. One of Jennifer Lawrence's hookups puts a Chinese finger trap on his dick, but it's just a throwaway gag. It's not even done by someone who is a main character, so it doesn't really have a lasting impact. The movie could be PG-13 if you took out the F words and that scene and her being nude. That's really the only things that make it R-rated. You could have made this film PG-13, and I wonder if they made it this way so that they could have that option. There's a bit too much exposition in the film where they try to explain plot holes that could have been, they're not plot holes, but they cover the potential plot holes by having the dialogue go back and forth. It was, one of her friends says, "Oh, you need money? Well, why don't you use your house as an Airbnb or something like that?" And she says, "No, I think it'd be weird, but well, wait. Why not have her try that as part of the plot? And then she learns that it's a fiasco. Maybe the rich yuppies that come in and do Airbnb at her place, they think it's so old and gross. And you could have a behavioral comedy situation with that. It would explain why she can't make money in other avenues using comedy. It's an example of a few opportunities missed. The scene on the beach where Percy says, when he's watching Jennifer Lawrence go into the ocean, he says, "I think this is how Jaws started." And that made me chuckle. That was funny. But what if she played a prank on him where when they got into the water, she pretends to be pulled down and he's starting to freak out and panic, and then she pulls him under and, she has a laugh about it. That's when she tells him, "There are no sharks. Don't worry about it. It's just a joke," right? That's visual comedy. Instead of her saying there are no sharks, show it, and make it a comedic beat. So there are moments that are missed opportunities that they could have had. Anyway, yeah, the film, it's fun. It made me smile more than laugh, I would say. It's a good step in the right direction for comedies. Comparative to how we used to get comedies like Tropic Thunder, that is more than a raunchy comedy. It's a lot of things. It took chances and it pulled them off. It's a classic comedy.
You went full retard, man.
This isn't a classic comedy. It had the potential to possibly fall into that camp and make more of an impression if they took more risks. This is hoping that more filmmakers and studios take more chances from beyond this film. I think it's a symptom of the fact that our culture hasn't had hard R comedies in so long that one generation doesn't know what to think, another is like, well, should we go see it? Well, we want to go see it, but it's just this kind of awkward phase, right? And the film probably treads more lightly than it should because of that fact. Hopefully the PC culture is dying down. We need it to, and it's great to see comedians do comedy that is risk-taking and controversial, because we need that.
Someday there's gonna be the first woman president, all right? Which means you don't even know what her fucking platform is, and you automatically cheer. It's got the same genitalia.
We need a sense of humor in our culture to combat the seriousness of everyday life, the bad things that happen in the world. How do you think people who work in morgues deal with the darkness of that job? They have a really great dark sense of humor. It's an essential exchange that we need to have when we relate to people and we relate to events and situations in life. I sounded really serious when I said that, but it's true. It is. Anyway, I'll see you later, guys.